up, beautifuls? This is Aromie here, and welcome back to Mystic Destinies Serendipity of Aeons. And we are here, drowned in depression from our breakup with Tatsuya, but our childhood best friend, Takumi, is here to save the day, even though this is not his story. Wow. And I know you probably don't want to talk to me, but I have something important to tell you. Ugh. Damn it, Taku! Remembering that this was the boy I once took naps alongside, I get up and threw open the door in my pajamas. What do you want, Taku? Whoa! An angry lady and covered in bunnies is glaring at me. I have conflicted feelings. Should I laugh or cower? Depends on if you want to be hit or not. Fair enough. To get to the point, it's actually about Katsunosuke. I'm sure you don't want to see him, but he wants to see you. What? In person. Today. Seriously? Why? And why are you the one telling me this? I can't say about either, because I'm a secret ninja. Not yet, anyway. So, will you go? I'll wait outside while you get dressed if you want. Ugh, Taku's right. I don't want to see anyone. Or so I thought. I've been feeling lonely ever since that day, and I didn't even realize it. I've been wondering how Katsu's feeling, and it's not like I have anything else to do. So, I guess so. Alright, I'll go. Really? Yay! Awesome, because I'm gonna sneak around while you two talk. Should I wait outside while I get dressed, or... Bro, I just got out of a relationship. You can't be doing this. Get out. I shut the door in Taku's face and head to the bathroom, not bedroom, get dressed. I'm on the back of Taku's scooter, feeling the brisk breeze go through my hair. I hadn't realized it, but I've been smiling since we left. It feels nice, like I'm finally coming back to life. I'm so glad to be out and about and not cooped up and moping that I end up giving Taku a little squeeze. Hey, could you maybe not do that unless you want me to get a certain idea? So sorry. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry! Don't do this, don't worry. And then, in the next life of my character, we're going for you. Just feeling happy. Great, I'm happy if you're feeling better. Thanks, Taku. Even if you won't tell me anything. Were you always like this? Always this secretive? Maybe. Anyway, we're almost there. So you can ask Katsunosuke any questions you have yourself. When Taku and I get to the Ryu compound, as I learn it's called, he's let in right away. It totally raises further questions, but I already know he won't tell me a thing. He's undercover. Taku leads me back inside and takes me to a familiar room. Oh, the very pretty room. The princess-like room. The room I now know belonged to one Katsunosuke's late family members. Taku, I wish that piano was white. It would like pull everything together. But then again, it just stands out. Taku waits outside the door as I go in. Seeing all the bright pink furniture staring at me, I'm surprised that Katsu chooses this place to rest. Or, at least, that he doesn't get rid of the feminine furniture. When Katsu sees me, he pushes himself up, and I realize how odd it is to see such a vibrant man lying in bed amidst such decor. I pull up a pink chair to the bed. Whoa, so the kitty cat did his job. Kitty cat? You mean Takumi? Who else? I'm impressed that he managed to get you here, though, especially without any information. How do you know he didn't tell me anything? Simple, because I told him nothing. What? And before you ask, I simply wanted to see you. See me? For what? I was bored and you're interesting. Oh! Wow! It's as simple as that. Besides that, I want to ask you a question. I've heard that Snowflake has been less than perfect lately. He hasn't been sticking his nose into Ryu clan affairs every chance he gets. He's honestly making it too easy for me. Would you have something to do with that? Your silence says enough. How's your wound? For my part, I'm exhausted. Ow, I just bit my... Ow. It'll be fully healed soon. But I'm told it'll leave a scar. Oh man, you got your first battle scar. I have to admit, I'm a bit concerned about my sex appeal. Of course, that's the only thing. That's the first thing you think about. I hear lots of women like scars. They find them very manly. I'm not concerned with other women. Just you. So, what do you think about them? Scars? I don't have a fetish for them or anything, but I don't mind them. So will you consider that date now that you appear to be single? Well, news spreads fast, doesn't it? Neither of us won that duel, so I suppose that means we're still back where we started. So you didn't need to fight at all, is what you're telling me. Only now I have a bit missing from my side. And I lost the relationship, so, you know, I guess that's fair? No. Tatsuya chuckles at his morbid joke. I find myself wondering how he can laugh at something like that while still suffering from it. I mean, laughter is the best medicine, so. I think about we're all back to square one now. I still don't have enough information to make a valid decision, considering everything that's happened. Well, girl, you better make it fast, because there's only 2 more chapters left. And just because something happened between Tatsuya and I doesn't mean that Yukamura should suffer for it. If I can help settle their dispute in this deal, I will. I'm in this deep anyway. I'll think about going to dinner with you if it concerns business, but I want to make it clear it's not a date. I think you'll change your mind after we get there. If you decide to take me up on it, I promise you'll be able to ask me any questions you have. And I'll do my best to answer them as long as it doesn't hurt the clan. I'm surprised he's this earnest. I'm already tired after spending a few minutes talking to Katsu. I rise from my chair, but he grabs my hand. Before you leave and make your decision, I want you to understand that I'm doing what I do for the sake of the clan. The Yukamura have been clinging onto old, outdated traditions that have been eroding the Ryu from the inside out for hundreds of years. The Shinomura Ryu deal is the only way I can cleanse the old and bring in the new ways that will help everyone have a better life. There will be no more victims of tradition. No more people like me nor Tatsuya who have to live their lives for other people, whether they like it or not. Remember that. I feel like they both have the same ideas, but they just have to take the action differently. They both take it differently. Like, they have to do it their own way, which is stupid because they both are wanting to do the same thing. Katsunosuke releases my hand and I stumble back a bit, shocked by this sudden admission. The door opens and a woman who seems to be a doctor or nurse comes in. I have no choice but to turn around and leave. I'll see you soon then. With that, I joined Takumi outside and shut the door. It's just made me even more confused. When Takumi and I get back to my apartment, it's already evening. I get off his scooter, thanking him for the ride. I'm about to head out when Taku's voice stops me. Michiko, about Katsunosuke. He's not a good person, and he's not good for you. You have a ton of better options out there. You might think he likes you, but that's not the way his mind works. Oh, I know, he just wants to use my name. And power. If he's showing interest in you, it's because he wants to use you. Why are you telling me this? And why now? This is going to sound contradictory, but I think you should try to find out more about him. You should try and find out from him, in his words, who he really is. Spend more time with him. Then you can judge for yourself whether or not he's worthy of you. I know you're struggling with this decision, so that's my advice to you. Whatever choice you make from now on, they should be fully informed, so you won't have to wonder if you made a mistake or carry any regrets. I see. Thanks for the advice, Takumi. Why do you seem so sad? It's not much, considering all you're going through. And thank you for understanding that I can't tell you more right now. I nod at him and a silence falls between us. Taking that as my cue to leave, I walk up the steps to the door. When I'm at the top, Takumi shouts and I turn back to squint down at him. Hey! I just want you to remember, no matter what happens or what you choose, that I'm always gonna be there for you. My dude, don't cry! Without allowing me a response, Takumi moves to get on his scooter. Taku, thank you! Stop crying! I managed to yell that down to him. He gives a half wait before speeding off without looking back. I turn to go back into my apartment, turning his words over in my mind. I ended up emailing Katsu last night. I told him that I would finally take him up on his offer to dine out, emphasizing again that it was not a romantic date from my point of view. He accepted the offer, promising me that I wouldn't regret it. You said that last time, and then I got ambushed. My shift is almost over. I found that yesterday had given me the strength to go back to work again. So I had immediately called in so poor, overworked Shinji could take a break. I don't get that line. What did it say? So I had immediately called in. So poor overworked Shinji could take a break. Okay. When I had quietly requested not to be given a shift alongside Tatsuya, Galen seemed a bit amused, but thankfully did not pry. There's only Galen and me tonight since it's Sunday and the coffee house is slower on these days. With the customers taken care of, I stare at the clock on the wall, anxious. Tatsuya's supposed to pick me up here. I hope he doesn't make a scene. From behind me, I hear Galen's voice. Quiet! I didn't say... Do you think he might come by today? He usually doesn't on Sundays, but sometimes when he has a bad day, he'll show up. I have to... Are you talking about Hikaru? Hikaru is gonna be my man. Hold up! I have turned around wondering what the hell Galen's talking about. I see him talking to a fluffy gray striped cat that's sitting on the bar. But that still doesn't clear up all of my confusion. I hope he does. I like to mess with him a bit. It's too quiet for my taste tonight. Not being too quiet is a bad thing. Especially when you're a positively fluffy, perfect kitty cat. Right, I suppose that might be the cat's name. Of course he'd have a cat named Quiet. What? I turn back to the clock. 7:59, and then finally 8 p.m. arrives. I immediately clock out and go to the back room to get dressed. When I come out, Galen grins at me, stroking Quiet's head. Can I see your cat? You're exactly on time tonight. Perhaps you have a prior engagement? He notices everything. Something like that. Could it be a spicy date? Well, whatever it is, I hope it's fun. I personally want to stick around if it weren't. I saw Galen's strange words and genuine enthusiasm. Thanks. Have a good night. For whatever reason, Galen's bizarre behavior has left me in a better mood. I step out onto the sidewalk, no longer quite as nervous. When I walk outside, I immediately see that there's a gold sedan parked alongside the sidewalk. Could that be? I squint to try and see through the windows, but the tint is too dark. My question is answered when Katsunosuke himself pushes open the car door. What are you waiting for? Get in! I'll look around at the passerby on the sidewalk before doing so. As soon as I get in, Katsunosuke pulls out into traffic without a word. I wait for a few minutes, but he doesn't say anything. Quietness between us has an entirely different feeling than the ones between Tatsuya and me. Because I have no idea what's going on in his head or where we're going, it makes me nervous. So, where are we going? Shouldn't you have asked that earlier? We're going to Guavia. I'm sure you've been there before. Is that place where we saw Haruna? I see. Is that fine? We could go somewhere fancier if you want. What could be fancier than Gavia? A formal ball? Sorry, no, Gavia is fine. More than fine, it's my favorite restaurant. If that's so. Oh wait, is that the place my dad took me? It's the same for me. Really? I would have thought you preferred a look over as clothes, which are as relaxed as ever. More casual places. I just enjoy modern things. And it's not like I have a problem with ornate things. I just prefer comfort over all else. I nod, glad to finally understand a little more about him, but at the same time feeling guilty. While the mailman pulled up. Okay. I'm doing this because I know what I'm dealing with. So, hold on guys, I gotta get the mail. Alright guys, I am back. It was actually a rather large package. Tyler has this huge box from Amazon. And I forgot what he ordered, but it came in a huge freaking box. It's pretty late though, and then I had to divvy up all the mail for everybody in the house. Anyway, I am back. It's totally just been a second, so you guys didn't realize anything. Anyway, I'm doing this because I need to know what I'm dealing with. Because Takumi's right, that I should find out more about him before making any decisions, especially on the Shinamura Ryu deal. What's my dad doing, by the way? But still, I feel like I'm betraying him and the whole Yukimura family. Honestly, I would too. I know that this thought is ridiculous, considering that we're broken up, but I can't forget all that the Yukimuras did for me either. I try to hold on to the thought that this is the best course of action for everyone, but my feelings of shame don't leave me the entire car ride. Oh yeah, it's the place that our dad took us. We're sitting at the same restaurant my father brought me to almost exactly a month ago. Whoa, it's only been a month? I can't believe it's only been a month. It feels like a lifetime of things has happened in such a short time. The waiter comes to take our order, and when he leaves, I turn on Katsu. You said you'd explain everything if I did what you wanted. So please tell me. I actually said I'd answer your questions as long as they don't hurt the clan, which he did. So you have to ask me for me to explain anything. I guess he did say that. As I think through, trying to figure out where to start, Katsu suddenly leans in closer across the table. I can't think of where to start. Why don't I ask some questions first? Oh man, this man came prepared. Huh? Oh, okay, I guess. What do you know about me? And how did you get home from the compound that night? Oh, now he's questioning. Why do you think I know anything about you? You or don't you? You were the one who mentioned shady things before. Ah, so he still remembers that. I only know what you yourself has shown me. I don't even know why you were attacked that night. And a friend brought me home that night. I definitely don't think I should tell him about Taku. Whatever he was doing there, he was clearly not wanting to be seen. Katsu scrutinizes me with cold, unfeeling eyes, and I swallow. Why is he acting like this all of a sudden? He's only weird like this when it comes to himself. Takumi's words ring through my mind then. You should try to find out from him, in his own words, who he really is. Is this what he meant? That Katsu is very, beefy mode when it's about him. Katsunosuke finally leans back and takes a sip of his wine. You seem to be telling the truth, for the most part. So I'll let it go for now. The waiter comes back to set down our food, and for a while the conversation quiets down while we eat. Not until. About halfway through dinner, Katsu looks at me. Have you figured out any questions for me? Katsu stares at me over the rim of his glass, examining me in a different way this time. It makes me uncomfortable. Boy, you didn't even answer my question why we were attacked. How about this one? Why are you staring at me like that? Just admiring the view. You fascinate me. Why? What's so interesting about me? You're beautiful in a refined way, and you're the epitome? It's not epitome. Is that? I don't know. Epitome, I guess. I heard of this word, but I never remember how to pronounce it. Of a modern woman, down to every molecule. And yet, you're a contradiction of that very statement. Katsu says these things so easily that I get a bit embarrassed. But Tatsuya could never do that. He'd probably die blushing if he tried. Why am I thinking about him? What is that supposed to mean? Most women in Tokyo look modern. Whatever it is you mean by that. It's simple. Even though the way you were born is as modern as they come, your looks originate from a time over 700 years ago. What? Katsu chuckles. Yes, I know who you are. The legendary Shizuka's daughter. How old are you, sir? My breath catches in my throat at hearing the name my mother told me spoken out loud, but Katsu doesn't stop. Shizuka sounded like an incredible woman. I wonder, what must it have been like growing up with someone like that? Horrible. How do you know this? Where did you find that out? I may not look it, but I'm a powerful man. I have my ways. I'm sure you do. And you showed your magic to me when we were attacked. Of course I wanted to know more after seeing that kind of power. To think the CEO, Rokuro Shinamura, will be married to a legendary sorceress. There's no way he can refuse my deal now that I have this knowledge. Why haven't you used it then? Katsu shrugs. I'd rather play the game than cheat my way through if possible. I haven't lost yet, after all. But I wonder, how is it that Rokuro hid everything so well from you for so long? What do you mean? Father has hidden this from me? Why do you think my father knew at all? It's a fair assumption to think that he knew about being married to an allegedly mortal sorcerer. Am I wrong? I don't get why you've been so interested in me this entire time. Can't you just leave my family and me alone? Katsu laughs, and the arrogance of it irritates me to no end. Don't misunderstand. On looks alone, you're decent, but not my preferred type. I like intense girls. More curves, too. Oh my god. Why are you telling me this? If you just want me to walk out, I would walk out right now. I wouldn't even come here to begin with. Screw this, my dad can handle the situation. Somehow hearing this from Katsu's mouth is especially grating, and I had to restrict the rising urge to commit violence upon him. Try not to get too upset, though I know the truth can be hard to hear. Well, you're not my type either, sir. Bookish girls aren't my type, but they are fun to mess with. So I guess I just let you be a fun toy. This is making it very hard for me to contain my anger. I had no real interest in you. Not at first. Oh my god. And then once I learned you were Shinamura's daughter, well, even better. I might not have much luck with an old man, but women are easy enough, so I knew I could use you. But as I started to find out more about your origins, how could I help but be fascinated? What do you mean? Katsu reaches up. No! Don't touch me! Katsu reaches across the table and gently lays his hand upon my own. It's amazing how you feel just as soft as any human woman. You're artificial, as I said, the perfect example of how far we've advanced. Oh, because I'm a homunculus. But you seem no different from any other woman I've been with. I've been musing for a while now. Get the hell out of my face. Does anyone else feel different with you? A chill runs down my spine. I pull my hand back quickly. Can you just say that I'm not real? That's sad as hell. I quickly search for a way to change the subject. That night, the one we were attacked on. Why were we attacked in the first place? Katsu sits back and sighs. Some of the clan isn't happy about my new maneuvers, so occasionally there are attempts on my life. Nothing I can handle, but there it is. And thanks to you freezing an attacker, I was able to capture them. I encouraged them to tell me who they were working for. I feel something squirm in the pit of my stomach, looking at that expression, hearing those dark words. I try to change the subject quickly before I lose my appetite. Exactly what is it that happened after I passed out? Not what you're hoping, probably. Since I didn't know your address, I took you to my home as thanks for helping me. And that room, it didn't look like it was yours. That's because it's not. It was my late sister, Nori's. I do have my own room, but sometimes I sleep in there. I don't understand why I took you there. I don't let anyone in there but my closest retainers. I just got the feeling that Nori might like you, I guess. Oh, or maybe it's that you reminded me of Nori. She was a strong, independent woman who never backed down from a fight. She had an immense sense of duty and responsibility. She was nothing like me. She would have been clan leader if she wasn't killed in battle 10 years ago. That's sad. Oh, I see. I'm sorry to hear that. As for why I fell asleep next to you, I don't know that either. You look so peaceful lying there on Nori's bed. I just wanted to lie next to you. Okay! I used to do that too with Nori when we were kids. Katsu says this last part in a voice so quiet I can barely hear him. Yet a sharp pain goes through my heart. I had no idea he had any troubles. Someone as carefree as he is. I guess everyone carries their own burdens. I also feel like Katsu is starting to talk to me like a reasonable person at least, and I can't help but feel sorry for him. I am still really upset at what he told us, that we're not like his ideal type, that we're too bookish. Rude, you don't tell that to someone when you're saying this is a date in his eyes but not in my eyes. Nori was attacked just like I was, only her opponent was far more deadly. A lightning mage who was brave enough to attack a water dragon in the rain. I often wonder if I had been at her side, would I have been able to save her? If she'd had someone like you there, would you have been able to like you? But would you have been able to help me? Again. Tatsuya sighs and downs his drink in one go. Dwelling on the past pisses me off. Yeah, I can't seem to stop doing it. But after so many years, I'm finally close to achieving my dream, leaving all that behind me. To that end, I'll do anything to make it happen. I'm surprised by Katsu's outpour of honesty, but then an insidious smile creeps over his face, not my face. The way he looks at me, it's like a pawn about to be sacrificed by a chess master. And you are integral to ensuring that it happens. To that end, I have a question I want to ask you. Will you marry me? Are you joking, my dude? Why would you just ask like that? First of all, are you screwing around with me? What reason would I have for doing that? No, a marriage between you and I would only benefit my... Well, wait. No, a marriage between you and I would only benefit my plans. Why would I do it? There's no benefit for me. It will end this internal feud between the Yukimuras and Kasaimas. A rule of solidifying with your power and lineage as Suzuka's descendants will be able to shut anyone down who challenges us. You'd be treated like a queen, and you have anything you want. Not to mention that acquiring so many properties and assists would be a huge boon for... Boon? Not boom? Okay. For Shinomura Industries as well. Of course, there are other more physical benefits as well. I don't mind giving a preview. Mixing business and pleasure has always been how I preferred it. Ugh. I can just say stuff like that. Your logic is sound enough. But unfortunately for you, I'm not interested in you in any way besides as a potential business partner. Not even a business partner, bro. I wouldn't know. Screw that. Besides, based on what Taku said and what you yourself have said, you might just be a criminal. Give it some time. We can discuss it again later. Sorry, bro. We only have 2 chapters left. Despite my protests that I won't need any more time for this decision, Tatsuya ignores me and orders another glass of wine. As we finish our dinner meeting, we couldn't be in 2 more different states of mind. Me irritated and Katsuya as pleased with himself as ever. Does he not know how to read the mood? Probably not. I had no choice but to let Katsu take me home. Instead of talking, we listened to his rather eclectic music taste, but I was grateful for the distraction. He stops the car as we arrive at my apartment, and Katsuya looks at me. Have you thought about my proposal anymore? My dude! I sigh his persistence. I don't need to. I need some time? Well, what if I say I don't need to? Look, I'm flattered and all. You're a decent looking guy, and I'm sure you'd have some girls falling at your feet. But I don't need to be treated like a queen. I'm going to make my own way in the world. And I don't have any romantic interest in you whatsoever. So I politely decline your offer. You're quite a difficult conquest. But for once, it just makes me want to try harder. I'm a bit irritated too, though. I'm not sure you get how serious I am. I have everything riding on this deal, so I'm not giving up so quickly. Besides that, I am so curious to find out what it's like with you. Excuse me? Do you want to be slapped? Tatsu leans over to me as if to kiss me, and I start freaking out internally. No, just open the door! Open the door and out. However, I put up a brave front and lean back, letting my anger guide my words. If you even think about trying something, I'll wipe the floor with you. I'm not going to let you satisfy your sick curiosity just because you want to. Tatsu sits back in his chair, grinning to himself. I fight the urge to exhale out of relief. Fine. I wouldn't want to trigger your unbridled rage or anything. Besides, it's not my style to waste my energy taking something by force. Katsu trails off, and I take it as a sign to open the car door and get the hell out. I step out of the car and give a small terse bow, thanking him for the food. Katsu only gives a quick nod, his eyes lingering on my face before driving off. After a hot shower to clear my mind and soothe my aching body, it's already after midnight. Holy crap! I get into bed, checking my phone before sleep. Sorry about tonight. I'm not used to not getting what I want. I won't do it again. Okay. 11:42 p.m. Yeah, that's right. You won't, because I'm not giving you the chance to do it again. I sighed, thinking about how unusually sincere the email sounded. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Katsu brings mixed feelings as always. I guess if he became a clan leader early, he might have been spoiled. Why can't anything be straightforward? Having yelled at the feelings I've been having for weeks, I feel a little better. I sink into my sheets, thinking about the past 2 days' events. Both the Yukimuras and Kasaimas have experienced pain, and Katsu says he's trying to fix that. In the end, I still don't know what to do about anything. Unsurprisingly, no answers manage to come before I fall asleep. Well, 1 chapter left, guys. Crystals. The next day is Sunday, so on a whim I decided to take the train to my dad's house. I'll wait there all day if I have to. I have to talk to Dad. Or to my dad. I'll ask him for advice, and I'll finally ask him about Shizuka. Aw, sister! You're so cute. I feel like if I had to be a character in the game, it would be her. I think I've said that already in Shinji's route. Her style, Somi. As expected, my sister Kayo, like Mayo, Kayo, is the only one home, with all the liquor behind her. She greets me with so much enthusiasm that I start to wonder how it's even possible that she has that much energy in her. We make ourselves some tea and snacks together and sit in the living room. So, what's new, Kayo? Actually, I have some big news. I have a boyfriend. Really? What's his name? His name is Yuki, and he's in my class. And he's just the most wonderful person ever. He's an artist, actually, and he's really cool. I think you guys would get along well. He does sound cool. So how are you doing in school? Wow, just went over her head. Yuki. She should have said the last name, too. Yuki... something. I'm doing really well, actually. I'm one of the top students now. And I joined a bunch of clubs and stuff, so school has been really fun. I look at my little sister as I take a sip of my tea. I can't get rid of the worry in my heart. What would happen to her if she had to be the one to take over the company? I know it might be a little early to ask, but have you thought about what you want to do in the future yet? Well, I've been thinking, and maybe I could be a writer. Then Yuki could draw my book covers. Or maybe I could continue studying flute and become a musician, or maybe even do acting. She looks so serious when talking about what she wants to do. I smile. It's so wonderful that she has so many dreams. A strange feeling stings my heart. Heiyu was always so full of hope and dreams. While me, I never really had any. The image of Tatsuya flashes in my mind and I realize something. He's more like me than I ever realized. Just hearing it, or just even saying his name out loud, like, my anxiety. He's not even my real boyfriend, and I'm really sad whenever I had to see his name. He's doing everything he can to give his little siblings the same chance. The chance to follow their dreams. Kayla and I spent the evening together, just talking and then making dinner together. Is she lonely at this home alone? I always feel sad because my brother's always home alone now. I moved out. Sad. I love you, little brother, even though you don't watch my videos, or particularly maybe the series. Dad doesn't come home until later that night. I wait until the three of us finish having a nice family dinner together before bringing up what I wanted to talk about all this time. Luckily, Kayo leaves to her room after dinner to call her boyfriend, as she does every night. Dad and I have a seat in the living room and he pours me a glass of wine. So, what was it that you wanted to talk to me about? Oh shoot, I didn't realize the time. Sorry, this is where we're going to end today's episode off. So we're going to find out what I wanted to talk to how my dad's going to react to my questions. More precisely. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.